So we have WassinkLundgren here. Does everyone know which one is which? And at what point did you decide that maybe you'd be worth thinking about working together? I mean, were you immediately attracted to each other in year one? Did your eyes fall into each other? This is someone I really want to work with.
Yeah. No. I'm sorry. So we had all these pictures that could lead to something, and then we met with some designers, and they knew a printer, and because we knew, like, okay, we want to make a book, but then we had this idea, yeah, you can't make a good selection, so that's the most difficult thing. So then we thought, if we tear out the images afterwards and make a selection that way, and then we just leave some space on the image, on the cover, it says like, this copy contains, and then we write, fill in by hand, 29 nice pictures. But it took a long time before we realized that this actually was something, because we just had this picture without anybody in the frame, and we planted a bottle there just so we could have something shiny to focus on, and then somebody walked into the frame, picked up the bottle and walked away. And
so you discovered this thing almost by accident?
Yeah.
So you come back and you decide to make a book that's very well bound to avoid that problem. Hence, this is why, of course, we understand why this is sewn like this, so it never falls apart, right? I mean, the funny thing is that within 6 months of this being published, you know, it wins the R Book Prize. I mean, that's quite a remarkable, from obscurity to an international prize in photography, isn't it? But something else, I think, is our collaboration, or the fact that we both moved to a different city to do an MA, has always been more troubling to other people than to ourselves. Right. And we had quite some questions always on, like, if you work together, who presses the button? That's the first question. If you work together, why can you live in 2 different cities? Yeah. Okay, well, I won't ask those questions. Everyone asks those questions.
Well, that's the... Well, that's... You have to understand that in this sense it's well, it's the other way around. It's like this. It does match, does it?
Yeah, it's you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, in a whole other sense, if you think about our publication so far, it's all about how photography works, how the image works. Or in my case, I'm in China, I'm white and I'm tall, and people think, wow, that's, you know, that is impressive. Although I did not do anything, or I might be a bit different. That sometimes I had the feeling I'm famous. I'm you know, people looking at me all over and think, like, you know, that's they want to take pictures with me, this kind of thing. Which that's basically the idea for the project, in which I thought, like, you know, let's just say I am famous and just keep on photographing things which surround this idea of being famous, while exploring Chinese society and Chinese, you know, language.
Thank you very much for moving in this.
Thank you.